Hello, folks. This is Chris Otto again. I've been working on some letters I'm going to be sending my useless senators and corporate congressperson about the genocide and starvation in Gaza. I know at this point this all seems pointless because if you're like me, you've made phone calls, you've sent emails, you've done everything you think can be done, and our elected so-called representatives don't seem to give a damn. But there are different ways of doing things, ways that may not make a difference. In some ways, it might make a difference in others. I'm actually sending um, actual letters on paper through the mail, uh, like a dinosaur, because um, of all the ways you can contact somebody, this is the way. You calling sometimes, if you actually get a person, you feel like you've told somebody that works there something, and maybe that will affect them. If you send a email, I kind of feel like that's probably the least effective, because I think they just have like a computer system that scans the words and sends a regurgitated response. Um, but a physical letter, somebody at the office has to open that up and look at it. Somebody has to read it like an actual person. Um, will that change the senator's perspective? No, but maybe that person will see something in there and make them think about what they're doing. Um, and One thing I try to do is don't just send letters to the Washington office. Like these senators, for example, my senators have like there's the Washington office, and there's like three local offices. I think there's usually one in St. Louis. I'm in Missouri, so it would be like St. Louis, Kansas City office, like Columbia, Missouri office, and I can't remember what the other one is, but they usually have three or four. And you know, if you contact those offices, like if you call them, you might be more likely to actually get a person on the other end. Um, so I'll be sending letters out to pretty much all the offices, and to make it different for myself and for maybe to catch the attention of whoever's opening up these, um, I bought some paper plates, which I'm going to send along uh, as empty plates to illustrate the starvation that Palestinian families are going through in Gaza. Had to get some larger envelopes to put them in, and I'm also writing, uh, putting the names and information about children in Gaza who have died as a result of Israel's aid blockade. For example, July 25th, 2025, Zanu Abu Halib, and I'm probably butchering parts of that name, died of starvation. Upon her death, she weighed less at 5 months age, 4.4 pounds, than she did at birth, 6.6 pounds. Does it matter? I don't know, but somebody's going to see this. So an actual person might see this at one of their local offices, and maybe it will make that person think about the situation. Maybe it'll change that mind. And some of the people working in those offices, you know, they're interested in politics. Maybe they'll go into politics. I don't know. This could be a complete waste of time, but we have to keep trying. Um, so, yeah, don't give up. Keep trying. Um, and we have to believe that at some point, I may not live to see it, but at some point, Palestine will be free.